Hey friends, in this lesson what we're going to look at is something known as confidence intervals and confidence levels. It's a nice easy way for us to end off our statistics unit here. A couple of things that make this easy is you've probably, when you've been watching TV or reading the newspaper, anything, you've probably seen or at least heard about some of the stuff we're going to talk about today. So what we're going to look at today is in our statistics, really how confident and how comfortable we feel making decisions based on the statistics that we have. That's it. So a lot of these, what we're going to talk about in this section is about surveys. All right. You see this a lot with maybe when there's an election going on or someone selling a product or something like that. So I got some vocab that I need you to know though. So confidence level, my confidence interval, and something known as my margin of error. Okay, so three last little vocab pieces that I want you to look at. So here's a survey. In a recent survey, 80% of hockey fans agreed that the Detroit Red Wings are the greatest team in the history of the universe. The other 20% are crazy. The survey is considered accurate within 3% 19 times out of 20. Okay, so what does this tell us? Okay, what it tells us is this. This piece here, the 19 times out of 20. This is called our confidence level. Now, 19 times out of 20. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, 19 times out of 20, if I turn that into a decimal, and then if I turn that into a percentage by multiplying by 100, that's 95%. So what the confidence level tells me is how confident I am that my survey did a good job. So I'm 95% confident, or I could say I'm 95% certain in my results. Okay, so that's a pretty good confidence level. I believe in statistics, we want to have it no lower than 90%. Anything less than that, I think we start to question the surveys. Okay, so that's called your confidence level. Then what else do we have in here? Okay, so it says 80% of fans agree Detroit's the best ever in the history of the universe, and it's considered accurate within plus or minus 3%, within 3%. So what this means is I know 80% of hockey fans within 3% agree. So there's a little margin of error, it's called. So I'm going to say plus or minus 3%. This plus or minus 3% is known as my margin of error, meaning the people that ran the survey know, okay, there's some room for error. Maybe it's because people are reading the question wrong. Maybe people aren't taking the survey seriously. It could be all sorts of things. So they know there's this margin of error. And again, you want your margin of error to be small. Now, what does this mean? 80% plus or minus 3. Well, that means on the low end, if I go 80% minus 3, on the low end, 77% of fans agree. And on the high end, 83% of fans agree. So what does this tell me? It tells me sort of my range, right? This is known as my confidence interval. Just like that. Okay, it's known as my confidence interval. So I know that 95% certainty that 77 to 83% of fans agree that Detroit is the greatest team in the history of teams. So if for some reason they told me that there was 1,000 fans that took the survey, well, if there was 1,000 people that took the survey, then what I can do is figure out how many people will like the Red Wings. So on the low end, I would go 1,000 times 0.77, right? And that sounds like 770 fans. And on the high end, I would go 1,000 times 0.83, which sounds like 830 fans. Okay, so we can convert that confidence interval into how many people would actually um, fit in here, right? Take it from a percent to data. Okay, friends, that is it. All you need to know for today is margin of error, confidence interval, confidence level, and that the Red Wings are the greatest team of all time. See you next time.